When you're treating anybody for anything, remember that there's a scared kid inside of everybody.
I'm Sherry Bookstaff. I remember what it's like to be on a ventilator. Let me share my story with your staff or students and give you tips to immediately connect with your patients so that they too can breathe without panicking. My presentations are now available on Zoom.
When I was getting ready to I had a tracheotomy because I just would not breathe when I was in the hospital. Every time they extubated me, I stopped breathing, so they had to intubate me again. So they gave me a tracheotomy. Well, you may be wondering why I'm showing this beautiful, woman while I'm talking about a tracheotomy. This is a picture of the actress Catherine Zeta-Jones. And if you don't know who she is, you can Google her, but she's a beautiful actress. And while I was lying on a gurney right outside the OR, getting ready to have them, cut into my throat to put a tube in there, the surgeon somehow thought that I was afraid of having a scar on my throat when this was all over. And this was, when I was first just a couple of weeks out of surgery. So I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. I was totally helpless. And he thought I was afraid of having a scar when this was over. And he told me, and I remember this so clearly, he told me not to worry about having a scar because Catherine Zeta-Jones had a tracheotomy when she was a kid, and she doesn't have a scar. So that's what he thought I was afraid of. Well, a couple of things wrong with that statement. This is a close-up of Catherine Zeta-Jones's neck. And first of all, yes, you do see a scar, but that is so not what was important. I was lying on a gurney, this person who's got a lifelong fear of needles, and I was about to get my throat cut into. I was afraid that it was going to hurt. I was afraid that I was going to feel him cutting into my throat. I was afraid of not being able to breathe anymore because I couldn't breathe as it was. I was not afraid of a scar on my neck. So how do you get someone to cooperate with you? Well, I had this big poster of whales on the wall. And one of my speech therapists came into my room. She would have me say the names of the whales on this poster. But what it did, so much more than just working on speech, it gave me hope that I'd someday get back to my life as a marine biologist.
Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to talk to you more. If you can go to impactofempathy.net, you can book a meeting with me there.